So what's going on, everybody? I wanted to go ahead and do a full tour of all of the gardens that I have. I know I didn't let this red onion reach size, but I wanted to kind of pull it and let you guys see the progress of the red onions. They are around the perimeter of this garden on the side of my house. I have all kind of salad greens, mustards, collard greens, kale, Swiss chard, bok choy, romaine lettuce, arugula. So I really love homegrown arugula. It has a deep peppery taste that I just can't find out of the store-bought arugula. I have some celery, dill, more green onions, ginger, turmeric, and basil. I'm sure I didn't name everything in this garden, but you get a chance to see kind of how things look up until this point. I did have a big rose bush right here. It didn't do as well as I expected. So I'm gonna extend this garden on out for a few more feet. We're gonna come around to the front of the house. So I have two goji berry plants or trees, but I think one of them died. The other one is still, I guess, doing okay. It hasn't did much of any growth. One of the little rose bushes. So right here I have two pomegranate trees, and in between the two trees we're gonna have another flower garden, more of flowers than edibles. And they probably would be medicinal, like echinacea and things of that sort. So we get into the backyard garden. I have Malabar spinach. It's supposed to be a climbing spinach and a hot weather spinach. So hopefully this whole area will be covered with Malabar spinach. I have more greeneries back here, collard greens, romaine lettuce, mustards, spinach. If we come down here, I have corn, beans, and squash. It's kind of using the Three Sisters method that the Indians used to use, or probably still use till today. The corn grows the stalk so that the pole beans can grow up, and the squash keeps the ground covered with its big leaves so that it'll kind of hold in the moisture and things of that nature. I have soybean growing here and more basil, and these are my tomatoes. The one on the end isn't doing all of that great, but I'm gonna nurse it back to life. And this area right here, although there isn't anything growing really, I'm gonna have a lot of different pepper plants. Right there we have the American plum tree, all kind of squash plants. Oh, and down here I have squash and zucchini. So right here I have Yukon potatoes, and they are planted in bins, but kind of want to make it look decent because I know that some of the neighbors can see into the backyard, and I didn't want to have just regular blue bins sitting. Over here I have cilantro and parsley, cilantro, blackberries. These are raspberries. As you can see, they are trying to come in. This is oregano, and then we have leeks. And I wanted this one to go to flower. I'm just gonna let it grow, and then once it flowers, I'll have all kind of seeds for next year. So So this is a Japanese plum tree that never actually produced any plums, but I can't find myself cutting it down because actually it's a really pretty tree. I have all kind of seeds that I've started and I'm gonna plant in that garden there. This is the strawberry area. They didn't do all that great this year. A lot of slugs got to them. We have rosemary, and I'm not gonna name all of the plants in the back. They're more for decoration, whereas there are a lot of plants that you can eat. And I want that to be the focus of this channel. So we have rosemary, oregano, sage, more rosemary. We have all kind of different roses. There's actually a rose bush over there, and we're doing a remodel of this little, I don't know, storage house, which is going to be a sitting room. So we have more roses over here. Tomatoes. More tomatoes, radishes, and basil. This up. We have lemon balm, spearmint and peppermint, lemon thyme, regular thyme. All of this back here, that's chamomile. I still don't know what this is. I'm gonna figure it out, and then on my next video I'm gonna make sure I have the name for it. We have more green onions and leeks here. And I believe this is a radish as well. Not really sure, but I'll check into that as well. So here we have dandelions and more plants that were started from seeds. A lot of stuff that I grow out here, you can definitely eat it, and it's for medicinal purposes as well. I can't take most medicines, especially things like Tylenol, Advil, Aleve. I've always had some type of allergic reaction to them, so I've just moved away from taking medicine unless it's just something that I can't get rid of, like a two-day-old headache or something like that. So you guys have pretty much seen the gardens that I have in my yard, and stay tuned for more detailed information on the growing process, the benefits of plants, and just all around how to grow and cook some of the things that you grow. All right, y'all have a good one, and I hope you